because I wrote the first law review article on this subject back in 1979 about Harvard's policy of admission. And what I proved, and it came up today in many of the oral arguments, is that Harvard invented this system of holistically looking at people and judging their character, and they did it for a particular purpose. President A. Lawrence Lowell thought that there were too many Jews being admitted to Harvard in the 1920s. In other words, Jews were overrepresented. And so he concocted this system of holistic admission, in which Jews were ranked low on character, on honesty, on integrity, on hard working. The same thing now is happening to Asian Americans, and they are Americans. People talk about them as Asians. They're Asian Americans. They get ranked lower on all the character, personality issues that shouldn't be part of any admission process. This is a cover for racial discrimination, pure and simple, but we didn't hear that from the people arguing for Harvard. I was at Harvard 50 years. I feel some loyalty to Harvard, but from the day I got there, I took Justice Douglas's position. He was the most liberal justice ever on the Supreme Court, right, and said you have to get rid of race as a criteria, use poverty, use where the person came from, how they've overcome disadvantage, all of that, but you can't prefer people just because they belong to a racial or ethnic group that they have no control over. And I hope the Supreme Court will rule that way. It's not clear from the questioning, but it seems certainly possible that finally, and too late, they will eliminate race as a factor, any factor, race alone as any factor in admissions to universities and to anything that involves state action.